Hi there. I have a question for you. Do you think Elizabeth Holmes is afraid of going to prison? Let me give you a clue. She named her daughter Invicta, as in Invictus. And for those of you who love poetry, you know I love the law, but I also love poetry. You will know of that poem Invictus. But in this video, I'm going to walk you through that poem because words do matter. Can we draw some interpretations from that name, Invicta, or the Invictus poem? So happy Poetry Month, all of those of you poets or aspiring poets, and those of you like me who love poems. And for those of you literary majors or literature majors, you're going to love this. So let's take a look at the words. Before I get there, I want to give you a little background. So my name is Michele Hagan. I'm a legal analyst and a former prosecutor. I've been providing a lot of analysis on the Elizabeth Holmes trial, both locally, nationally, internationally, etc., and posted many videos, most recently analyzing her appeal and the recent amicus brief filed by the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers supporting the reversal of her conviction. So this video is for education information purposes only. So let's take a look at poetry and do words matter? So let's take a look at this poet. This poem that was written by William Henley, who was a Victorian poet from the 19th century. It was written in 1875. It's a very popular poem. In fact, Nelson Mandela is reported to have recited this poem daily while he was in prison for 27 years. There's also a popular movie called Invictus. You can take a look at that if you'd like. But many people quote this poem. So I was kind of curious, what does the words of this poem say to you? I'll give you my analysis of what these words mean. And is it just coincidental she named her daughter Invicta, which she was conceived after Elizabeth Holmes, if I did my math right, after Elizabeth Holmes was convicted on 4 of those 11 counts and is now facing 135 months, 11 years, 3 months in prison if she loses her appeal, which is currently pending before the Court of Appeals. Okay, so let's look at this poem written by William Ernest Henley back in 1875. So here's my analysis. Let's take a look at the words because you know, as I've said all along, words do matter. Out of the black that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. Unconquerable, undefeatable. Heck of a legacy to leave your daughter, but also a mantle for your daughter, right? She's going to be explaining her name her whole life. But anyway, out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. She's a fighter. In the fell clutch of circumstance, being prosecuted, being tried for fraud, being convicted for fraud, I have not winced nor cried aloud. I was in the courtroom. She sat there, straight posture the entire time of the trial, right? No emotions. I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance of being prosecuted, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears, looms but the horror of the shade. All the press, all the negative publicity, all the things that people have said about Elizabeth Holmes, looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. Does that mean the minutes of the years of serving 11 years, 3 months, up to 11 years, 3 months in prison? Finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll, the indictment. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. What do you think this poem means in relation to Elizabeth Holmes being convicted and facing 135 months in prison and naming her daughter after she was convicted, naming her daughter Invicta? Coincidence? You tell me. You let me know. It's a powerful poem, powerful words, and I'm curious, what's your analysis? Thanks for watching, and do subscribe, hit that like button. Thank you for supporting my channel, and if you want to contribute to me making these videos, put a PayPal link in the description box below the video. Enjoy the poem. Thanks again for watching.